What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. And talk to you guys today about something no other YouTuber actually comes out and says. Right? This game has a proprietary engine in it. And when people talk about 2K coming back, I don't worry about 2K Sports because they're not going to be on the high level that EA is. And one of the biggest reasons EA is able to function this way is because of the COBS system. COBS is the Clint Oldenburg blocking system. I know a lot of you haven't heard about it before, but I want you to understand Clint here has worked on Madden for a very long time. In fact, he started with NCAA football, so that's at least back to 2014. And what he's been able to do is, incredibly enough, take his knowledge as a practice squad lineman and put it into Madden. And the way this operates is nothing short of breathtaking. It's a masterpiece. I'm going to show you gameplay here, and then we're going to go back and break down exactly what happens.
It's now 2nd and 10. Ready. 95, 56, 51, 51.
All right, so there's a lot to digest here. I want you to take a look at this, though, and understand competitive Madden, online gameplay, this is where Madden markets and thrives in terms of its game. I want you to look at the midfield right here. Notice there's a lineman so far up the field that he can't even be in a position to block. I want you to understand that while there's double team blocking, the pocket is not readable. This is just a cluster of players, and once they hit a certain level on the field, they stop doing anything but standing there. I want you to understand there's someone blitzing right now from the 50, 20 yards away, and the lineman is unable to recognize this and be in a position to assist in protecting the quarterback. Now, also a big part of this is the fact that a lineman, William the Refrigerator Perry, is able to be downfield and cover to the point he can get an interception on this play. Now, we can sit here and actually talk about Clint in a negative way, but the reality is the guy does have an NFL pedigree, and he does deserve some level of respect for his athletic accomplishments. But having said that, when you look at this game's blocking, there is something very much wrong. When you talk about a guy that has had years to get this game improved, to take what knowledge of football you would expect him to have, having gotten to the NFL level, for some reason, it's just not translating into the game. I don't know how Clint, as someone who more than likely prided themselves on his ability to play football at a collegiate level, make it to the NFL level, which very few players do, would look at this game currently and say, yes, I'm proud to put my name on this. Yes, I'm accepting of where this game is. Because that blocking logic is atrocious. And you don't have to understand much about football to comprehend the lineman should be blocking defensive players to protect the quarterback. Defensive linemen should have a size and strength that prevents them from covering a halfback down the field. So I don't know if it's Clint's true lack of football knowledge, having not started in the NFL. I don't know if it's Clint's inability to communicate to programmers that actually put the X's and O's into the game, or if it's just his lack of desire to make the game better. But Clint, I'm speaking to you, and I'm speaking from the community. We all want a better product. And a better product starts with a game we can understand on a football level. And right now, Madden is not giving us that. It has not been giving us that. And what it's allowing us to do is, instead of showcase the positives in Madden, talk about the good things in Madden, we have the opportunity to make a video like this, where unfortunately, there's not much positive you can focus on. Because we're looking at everything broken from the heart of football. The offensive and defensive line is basically the core of a football play. So when you don't have those things functioning as one, everything else around it is going to be chaotic. A lot of us, myself included, felt that Clint coming on board was going to be the catalyst for Madden to really move forward. That he was going to have, based on that NFL pedigree, the expertise, the intelligence, the knowledge, the passion, the desire to sit down and make sure that from a fundamental X's and O's level, the game was working properly. And instead, all we've seen is years and years and years of the same broken gameplay. How many years have you seen quarterbacks roll out of the pocket like that and a line just develop a clump in the middle of the field? How many years have you seen once a player doesn't drop back to protect the quarterback and form a pocket, they just run forward and stand there? How many years have you seen the inability for a lineman to target a blitzer, even when they're 20 yards down the field? If you're being honest with yourself, if you have truly played EA Sports Madden titles, you know these are issues that have broken, hindered, and stopped you, in many cases, from playing this game more for years and years on end. And there seems to be no change in the direction of this game. There seems to be no accountability from the people that are building it to acknowledge, yes, things are broken, but we're going to work to make them better. That's why when they come out and market this game in just a few months, I'm relatively confident they're not going to market Cobbs. They're going to market other things. They're going to talk about real player movement, tracking shoulder pads through Amazon. This is not making the game better. This has not been making the game better. And to go back to my original point, this is why so many games can enter the space and from a fundamental standpoint not look near as bad, because EA has the people in place but just doesn't put the product out. And I don't know how you fix this. I don't know how you begin to fix this. I don't know who fixes this. I know who hasn't fixed it, though. And it's the current staff and Clint Oldenburg working on this game. I know who deserves to have it fixed. It's our community of gamers. We deserve to have a stalwart title in sports gaming. We deserve, as NFL fans, to have the pinnacle of sports simulation. And instead, all we have is a game that is thrown to the side, sold in a bargain bin, given away, and laughed at by other gamers as they play games that actually simulate their sport, like the show. We don't have that luxury as football gamers. We have this disaster and embarrassment of a football game, and that's before we even assess that in many ways Clint has mocked this community more than he's actually clearly sat down and helped make this game better. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. I appreciate you checking out this video, and you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.